Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca, I'm 28 and I live in Newcastle, and you are reporting for Beauty Duty. So today I've got quite an interesting video. I am doing a full face of Makeup Revolution brands. So I've got a bit of Revolution Pro, got a bit of Makeup Revolution in there as well. Very affordable products. This is the look that we came out with. So something a bit different for me and a bold lip. And you might be saying to yourself, Rebecca, your hair looks different. Yes, I have a wig on today because why not? Why not have a little bit of fun with things? Anyway, enough of me babbling on. Let's get into the video and I'll see you soon. Okay, so starting off with my brows already on, and I have primed already with Sleek Life Proof. I've used the Sleek Life Proof just because I know that I like how eyeshadows perform on top of it, and I think it's fair when you're testing out a new palette to sort of go with what you normally use. So I'm using a Revolution Pro palette today, and that's what it looks like. This is the new neutral smoked palette, and that's what it looks like inside. So I have touched a few of the colours and they do feel really, really nice. This was a gift from one of my best friends and one of my bridesmaids, Emma, for my birthday. Well done to you, Emma, for picking an eyeshadow palette that I don't own. That must have taken good effort and research because I own a lot of eyeshadow. I have actually a pretty huge Revolution collection. So once I've done some first impressions, I'm planning on I might do a bit of a Revolution series because I have more than enough Revolution products to use. So I think looking at this, I'm not going to do swatches today because I'm doing full base and eyes. Starting off with eyes, of course. I think I'm going to do, I've not done blue yet, and I've got some blue in my dress. So this is a matte. It's not loads of mattes in this. So that's a matte, this is a matte, this is a matte, and that's a matte. I did swatch the black to see, because it looks like a black with shimmer in it, but it's swatched more or less black. To be honest, I'm not bothered about sort of, you've got to have mattes in the crease business. I'm not bothered, and it comes with a pretty good mirror as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I can actually use the mirror on the palette. So I think we're going for a blue smoky eye today. Let's just whack it on and see what happens, really. Let me just get some creases out, creasy. I do have a couple of dry patches on the eye, so just see what happens. As always, are my brushes clean? No. Have they needed a clean for a while? Yes, but we'll get round to it at some stage. Right, what am I going to use first brush-wise? So I'm just going to sketch out my shape with this small Morphe X Jeffree Star brush, and I'm going into the shade Aroma, which is this sort of dark blue, nearly teal shade here, and just see what happens. So this is a really tiny brush, and I have been testing these out, and I'm going to put them in a sort of review because I've been testing a few new brushes out, and I feel like to get a good measure of brushes you have to use them a few times. So I'm just going to go in with this and sketch my shape out. Oh, definitely has some pigment to it, for sure. Definitely has a decent amount of pigment. And straight off the bat as well. I like that. Oh yeah, that's a really nice colour. I really, really love blue eyeshadow. I haven't done anything blue in quite a while. I went through a period where I did loads and loads of blue looks, similar to what I'm sort of going through with purple at the moment. But they weren't the most sort of wearable of looks. For some reason with blue, it really brings out a bit of like artistry in me. I don't know why. Yeah, that's a really pretty colour. So I'm just sketching out the shape. So it's not going to look super blended out at all. And just do the same over on the other eye. These equal? more or less. Just looking into my palette. Yeah. I have kind of a look in mind, but I don't want to say what I've got in mind in case it doesn't work out. So we'll just see what happens. And going into one of my BH from a set that I haven't seen, so I don't think this is still sold on Beauty Bay. Okay. Is it the easiest to blend? No. But is it a beautiful colour? Yes. So if I have to finesse a little bit, I don't mind. Actually, I take that back. It's not bad to blend at all. I have been using a lot of higher end makeup recently. So I do measure sort of drugstore and affordable makeup on a different level. I would be more disappointed, like, I need pigment to be able to work with it at all. So if it wasn't pigmented but blended perfectly, what's the point in that? That's sort of how I see it. Other people might disagree because you can build up the pigment, but I'm way too lazy to be like, building up, building up, building up. No, no, no. Just going back in with a little bit more of that blue. Just back on the same JS13 brush. So I think we're doing a bit more winged out today. I think that's where life is taking me. And I'm pretty sure that is not a shape I filmed on camera. Yay, go me! Not around. Halo eye. Congratulations, Rebecca. Often to do a winged out, if I was going to do a really sharp winged out shape, I would absolutely use tape. Because they are not that easy to do. If I'm honest, and tape does make them a little bit easier. I'm going to take a fluffier brush to blend this out. I'm going in with my Spectrum C06, which is just a fat, sort of quite dense but fluffy brush. So one easy way to start sort of smoking out something that's winged is I like rub along the bottom, and as you can see it starts to diffuse it outwards, and that's quite a good sort of trick. So as you can see there, it's diffusing it outwards as well, because I don't want something too sharp. I just want to, with me it's not going to be anything too difficult, it's not going to be anything too fancy, because that's not really my thing. This is what we've got so far. I mean, I am going to cut the crease, so just looking to see if there's enough pigment built up above the crease. I don't have a lot of space here, but I've got quite a lot of space here, so just see what happens. And I'm going to go into the shade Diffuse, which is that one there. And I'm going to take that on a pointed luxe crease. So this is a Zoeva 231. This is a very cool toned palette actually, which I think is why it was a good choice for Emma to get it for me, because I don't naturally gravitate towards cool tones necessarily. But then once I have them on, I absolutely love them. So this is quite a different sort of palette for me for sure. Yeah, so I really like it. So I'm just using this colour to make sure that everything is diffused really, really nicely. So hard because I quite like like feedback as I'm doing my own makeup and things. And if I'm doing makeup on other people, I get feedback from them as we go along. So it's still a new thing for me to I'm just going back in with a bit of the blue, sort of be sat here talking to myself essentially. How are we liking the hair? It's different, isn't it? Different look for me, but you know, gotta give a bit of variety. Going back in with the 231 Luxe Petite Crease, just blend that out a bit. Yeah, I'm really sorry if it's super noisy out there. There's just nothing I can do about it. And I can't keep filming at 11 o'clock at night because it's exhausting. Thing about a ground floor flat. I'm actually really liking how that's looking. And just again, going in where, because as I've said 1,000 times, going in where I have bits of dry patches. Okay, so pretty happy with how that looks at the moment. Just going to go in with my normal massive Morphe E23. Just going to take the palest matte in the palette, which is that one there, and that is the shade Void. I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush, bit of kickback in the palette there. Okay, so that's how it looks at the moment. Super simple, nothing too jazzy. It's just a first impression, just want to see how it performs. I'm going to go off camera and lay down a cut crease and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I've cut my crease. I've got a very particular shape going on. It's kind of a newish shape for me. So I've cut it into normal and I've also put glitter glue on top. So we're working with some interesting like shimmers and things in this palette. If I was going safe, I would go for Fuse, and that also goes really nicely with my dress. But let's throw all caution to the wind and go in with the gold, and that colour is Smite. So I'm literally going to take the same brush that I cut my crease with, which is one of the P. Louise Acid Rain ones. And I'm going to pick up, do you pick up on the brush? Yeah, not bad. And I'm going to tap that over the glitter glue that I've laid down. Okay, yeah, so it is, yeah, that is a nice shade. So I think I'm just going to tap that in the middle and then I might do something either side. I don't really know. That actually lays down like a nice layer. Like it's not so chunky that and I don't have much dropping out or anything. So still just tapping that on. These even, kind of even. Got to work quick-ish so that the glitter glue doesn't dry. Just checking to see how even these are. Kind of. More or less. My eyes aren't exactly the same size, so it is what it is. And then I think what I'll go for next is I'm going to try the shade Ignite, which is that one at the bottom there. Ooh. Ooh, that's really nice. Yeah, that's really pretty. Just gonna try, I need to keep the shape nice on this side. So I've got to be careful. Oof, this is so pretty. And these lay down really nice. Like I've used pressed shimmers in other palettes that are more expensive and haven't laid down as nice as these. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I have the eyes to necessarily carry off glitter because they crease. Like this will not look great by the end of doing my base and things, but hey ho. Can only try my best. Just sort of wiggling between the two and making it look blended. I think it looks more red on camera than it does in real life. I don't know. It's definitely pink in real life. And I'm just going to pop off, add Ignite because I need to work quite quickly on the other side, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I've added the pink glitter on the other side, and they are not the same. I tried my best. They don't look similar, but it is what it is. I might be able to finesse it with eyeliner at the end, but we'll see. So moving on to the base, I have the Conceal and Hydrate in F9 and Conceal and Hydrate in which is foundation, and Conceal and Hydrate concealer in F8. C8. So this is was a gift from my lovely friend Lucy. She is such a sweetheart. This is one of her favourite foundations, so she sent it to me to try as a birthday present. So we're just going to whack it on. I did moisturise earlier. Face is okay. Yes, I'll just drag the hair across my face. Just sort of see what happens with it. I'm immediately regretting doing a foundation first impressions when I have a wig on, but hey ho. So this one comes with a pump. So I do have in my drawer the Conceal and Define, and this one comes with a pump. I suppose this one that comes with the giant doe foot. I don't mind the giant doe foot. I know some people hate it. It doesn't really bother me. You can always take it off on your hand and put it on with a sponge if you don't like it. I just tend to smear it all over my face. So that's on the back of my hand there. And let's do this. Pretty good colour for me. Oh yeah, the colour works. Oh, the coverage is good. Although I have oily skin, I am not hugely bothered about always wearing a matte foundation at all. In fact, another Revolution, which is Revolution Pro product that I've been absolutely in love with, is their new CC cream. So I plan on using that in a video soon so I can show people, because it gives me the nicest glow, but it has amazing coverage. So I really love it. Yeah, so this looks paler on camera than it does in real life. It actually fits me pretty nicely. Yeah. And I like to go in ham with the contour and bronzer anyway. So it doesn't matter if something is a touch pale for me, because I will bronze the crap out of myself. I will bronze the crap out of myself. Yes, I like to be bronzed. Oh, this is nice. It's like, it reminds me quite a lot of the L'Oreal Freshwear. If I was going to give a comparison, and the coverage is really good. I wouldn't say it's massively dewy. I would say the CC cream is more dewy than this, but it looks fresh. That's why I compare it to the Freshwear, because it sort of gives that just nice freshness to the skin. It's not dry, like it doesn't feel like tight dry like a matte foundation does. Yeah, no, I actually really like that, and the coverage is really nice. I've literally only used like a tiny bit of this, And I will build up the coverage a little bit more. I think you did a really good colour choice, Lucy, because I can wear F10, but that is a slight bit warm for me. It's just too dark, and I have to like properly take it all the way down my neck or be really, really tanned for it to work. But yeah, I like that. My skin looks healthy. It's not cakey at all. Yeah, I'm just looking in the mirror in front of me. Yeah, not cakey. Blends out well. Goes in around my nose, which can be a bit tricky. Yeah, feels nice on the skin as well. Oh yeah, I do like it. Yeah, my skin just does have a bit of a glow actually. Does just look healthy. Like I can't describe it any other way. It's like healthy. And go in the concealer, which is C8, which I actually think is darker than the foundation. That's interesting. Doth my eyes deceive me? That's the concealer and that's the foundation. I do not know. I've just taken some out there, so I don't want to waste it. I just did a pump of foundation to show you. I'm not wasting it. Okay, so I'm probably not going to be able to use the concealer under eye. I did really want to, but I think it's going to be too dark. You know, I'll try it on my chin first and see what happens. They're just different undertones, kind of. Ooh, I love the feel of that though. Oh, that feels amazing on the skin. So I do have a little bit more blemishes to conceal. So I'm going to use this to conceal my face. Conceal. I much prefer, as I've said before, to go in with concealer than to continuously keep building up a foundation. I don't think you can see my scarring very well on camera, but trust me, it is there. And it's not me like overreacting. I do have scarring and blemish marks. Oh yeah, that's just made that. They work very nicely together. It's too dark to use under eye, but to create a flawless base, absolutely perfect. So I'm going kind of close. Yeah, that is really nice. Yeah, definitely comparable to L'Oreal Fresh, where I'd say slightly less matte than that, but definitely very similar. So I'm going to grab out another Revolution concealer. So I have the Conceal and Define Infinite in C4.5, so I'm just going to pop that under the eye. I love this. It's got very nice coverage on it. As I said before, there's no such thing as a concealer that doesn't crease on me. I will correct this when I do my under eye. That's the thing about eyes first. But when you want to use glitter, I 100% recommend eyes first. Especially when it's a pressed glitter, just in my opinion anyway. I really love trying out new foundations and things. My skin is the best it's been in a while as well. So I might do a skincare routine video. It'll be a bit boring, but honestly, I've never known my skin to be as not problematic as it is now, which is an absolute blessing. Okay, there we are. So what I'm going to do is under eye, I'm going to take, this is well loved and used, which is a Revolution Bake and Blot in Translucent. So I'm going to take that initially under the eye. Oh, just moved my camera there. Whoops. Yes, I'll take that under the eye. Just finding a good brush for that. Okay, so I'm going to use my Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek to do that. Let's just make sure this is not totally filthy. That's what that looks like. It's stained. It's stained because I used to use it for blush. So I'm just going to swirl that around and do a dusting under the eye. Taking some hair with me when I'm doing that. I'm actually just going to whack my sponge in there because I don't have a loose powder from Revolution, actually. Okay, so just set the under eye with that. It's not my favourite, but you know, I'm not doing a brand video. And then I'm going to take my CC Perfecting Press powder. I normally use this with the CC cream, but I do actually really love it. So that's what it looks like inside. And this is in the shade Warm Maple. And I tend to just stipple this into the skin. And it sets it down really smoothly, but it doesn't set it to the point where it's like a crispy, dry, which I'm actually really liking at the moment, especially since I'm not having to leave the house and it's not having to wear. I just think it looks nicer on camera, and I think it looks much nicer in pictures. I can't wait till I can actually wear test some of this stuff that I say that I love, because really, how do I know until I've worn it out? How can I like really easily recommend it apart from just how it looks? If I knew, I will know instantly if it'll wear crap on my skin though. Okay, that's set enough for my liking. And then I'm going to go in with my favourite contour palette again, which I've mentioned a few times, which is Reloaded Luster Lights Daydream Face Palette. Going in with my new favourite contour brush, which is the JH14 Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. There we go. A cheeky contour there. I'm going to take my Bake and Blot again, and I am just going to rub my sponge around in that, and I'm going to just carve slightly out just at the top here, just to give me that extra bit of chisel, you know. And I'll let that sit, and I'll just get around here a bit as well. Okie dokie, moving on. So what I also have new is the new Revolution Pro highlighters. So one of these actually came from Beauty Bay, not in the best state. So that's it there. It's actually fully up out the pan. It's not a big deal. I can still use it, and that is in Pink Rose. And then I have the other one, which is not broken, which is that one there. How beautiful is that? And that is in Rose Gold. So I'll give them both a swatcheroo for you. So that is Rose Gold there, and that is Pink Rose there. Really, really look nice actually. So what I'm going to use on my this today is I'm going to go in with a bit of pink rose first, but what I'm going to do is give my face a bit of a bronze. I nearly forgot. So I'm using the Revolution Pro Sculpting Bronzer in Enrobe, which is this one there. It's slightly too warm for me, but I've been making it work. Just going to smooth that powder down a bit. Yeah, I've been making it work. I just literally take the smallest amount and sort of buff that in. And I really like it. I think it gives a really smooth finish. And even though it's slightly too warm for me, you know, who cares? It's summer. Give yourself a bit of a, nothing wrong with giving yourself a bit of a glow. There we are. And I'm going to pop a tiny bit of blush on as well, which is the Revolution blusher in Swoon. Because I'm sat at an angle, like each side looks like it's a bit different, but trust me, it's not. These little hairs are really pissing me off. Okay, and then on to the highlighting. As I said, I'm going to use the shade, yes, I've just knocked something off, Pink Rose, and that's the one that is cracked. Oh, hello. Wow. Hello there. That is, yeah, that is nice. Leaves a slight cast, but that's not the end of the world. Oof. That is really pretty, actually. Not mad about this at all. Yes, it's broken and it doesn't look pretty, but who cares? If it was completely smashed and unusable, I absolutely would have contacted Beauty Bay. But it's easily used. I wouldn't be able to travel with it. And I can't be bothered to repress. Most of my makeup stays put. I don't go anywhere anyway. So it's not such a big deal. Oh, I love that. Yeah, still highlighting because why the hell not? It's my face. It's my face and I'll highlight it as much as I want to. Ooh, ooh. That's really pretty. And because I am who I am, I'm going to highlight my highlight with the rose gold. I'm actually going to try and blush it out a bit. So I'm just going to take my blusher brush and tap that in. I'm just going to, actually works quite well. Put it on the apples of my cheeks and tap it and blend. That's lovely. That is really lovely. Just tap it, just going for it really. Woo, we are highlighted. Right, let's do a bit of the under eye next. So back into, let's just, before I get any of this all over myself, back into the palette and going in with the blue shade again, which is Aroma. And I'm just going to take that on my small JS13, which is this little brush here. I'm just going to run that under eye. Nothing too dramatic as always, because when do I ever really do a dramatic under eye? Never. I just like to pull the look together, you know? Don't like to necessarily reinvent the makeup wheel here. Oh yeah. Blendy blendy. I love a really smoked out under eye. The more I can get on the under eye, the better, in my opinion. And then I'm going to take my Jessup 231, which is a dupe of one of my Zoevas, and go in between the shade Diffuse and Void, which is the two light mattes at the top, and tap in between the two. And then I'm just going to blend. Blendy, blend, blend, blend. Just going to go back in with a slight bit of blue just on this eye. The problem that I had is that they're not equal shapes. Lost some of the shape doing my base as well. Just gonna finesse the shape a little. There we go. Then I'm gonna grab a Jessup 231 all over shader, and what I'm going to do with that is just take the highlight in rose gold and just going to tap that in there. It's quite a fluffy brush, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that on my brow bone because it goes quite well with the sort of gold and pink tones that I've used. It's quite a flaky shade, I'll be honest, but I still like it, you know? And I'm gonna grab my little teeny weeny Y22 and I'm gonna wet it. Oof, can only find my Caudalie spray, and I feel like I'm gonna regret wetting it with this to put it on my eye. We'll see. And then go back in with the broken shade, which is, oh God, Pink Rose. And pop that in the inner corner. There we are. And normally I'd pop off now and do liner and lashes. But I'm actually going to do my lip first. And then I'll move on to that, and I'll do a big final reveal and do my, take my hairband out and all of that. Do I have foundation in my hair? Probably. So I actually have a lot, well, I say a lot, but in front of me, quite a bit of Revolution lipstick. 5. So I have a Revolution Pro in Ardent, which is like a dark pink. Not sure about that. Actually, maybe. And then I have this Revolution Pro again, and that is in Glacier. Then I have 3 of the Roxxsaurus here. So I have, this is Tokyo. I'm not swatching them because, as I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of Revolution videos. So really, you'll be seeing all the colours soon. I'm not feeling a nude. I think I'm going to try the Revolution Pro Liquid Lip in Ardent. I'm going to pop this on. Again, my lovely friend Emma got me this. It was in with the palette as well for my birthday. And let's see. This works, I think. Yeah. And I don't often do a bold lip. I've not done one on my channel. Okay, so what do you think? It looks a lot lighter on camera, I think. It's a lot more of a deeper pink off camera in my mirror, and it does work with the eye look and outfit that I'm wearing. So I'm just going to pop off camera and finish off the eye and sort my hair out, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, got my lashes on. I've popped some eyeliner just in the waterline here, and it ties nicely in with the lip. I was able to put some liquid liner on top because actually the glitter is pretty smooth, and I have Doll Beauty Zara lashes on. I've not applied them perfectly, but I still can't find my lash applicators. And I'll just give you a bit of an overview over what I've used today. So I actually really like this eyeshadow palette. Again, what I've done is not too like fussy, it's not too difficult. I really love the shade Aroma in particular, and the glitter's laid down really nicely. All I can see is the fact that my bloody eyelashes have lifted in the inner corner, whatever. So I actually really liked it, and I think the look that I've created is nice. It's not my favourite look, but that was more down to I wanted to do something a little bit different. So yeah. The lipstick is actually super comfortable. I think my base looks really good. I like the highlight. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with everything that I used, and I'll list it all down below. Nothing stood out to me to being like crap at all, so I'm pretty happy with that. As I said, I can do a lot of Revolution videos. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. I have up there some of like the new mini palettes. I have done a series on them over on my Instagram, so I will link that down on my Instagram just there, so you can check that out. And I've now been reposted 3 times by Revolution Pro from that series, so thank you very much, Revolution Pro. Not that they're going to probably ever watch this video, but you never know. So I bought 4 of those, so I can use those on camera as well if you want. I've got the Revolution CC cream, so I've got plenty of things up my sleeve. If that's, as I said, if that's something that you're interested in, but let me know what you think about the final look. Just ignore the fact that my eyelashes are not stuck down correctly. How do we like the wig? I'll also link that down below. It's just a cheapie from Amazon, you know, it's not fantastic, but you know, just thought I'd change things up a little bit. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like and ring that bell so you get your notifications of when I upload next. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!